I've got a card up my sleeve, in my chest, up my nose, up me... well, everywhere. Let's trade.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing. Can't say I did, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadow Man does. Everyone knows about the Shadow Man, child. Especially children out all alone.
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadow Man ensures. All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadow Man's probably got him. As well they should. You should be afraid, child.
Leave me alone. I'm busy. Well, good luck with that, stranger. If there's a kid running around unattended, the Shadow Man probably has him by now. Oh, you really are in over your head. Oh, you are clever, but I don't know him. Nobody does. If you stay a spell, all Margarine Took can tell you about him. The Shadow Man. He was born in the time of the first nightmare, and he lives on to this day. But not like you or I. He lives in the walls of Mulgrow Alley. And he can always see you, but you can only see him when it's dark. Snuff out the lights in Mulgrow Alley, and you'll find him there, waiting. But be warned, child. It may be the last thing you see. If he were merely a ghost, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Goodbye. I do not think we will see each other again.
You want to know about the Shadow Man. The Shadow Man comes when night eats day. He'll come and take your child away. And you might cry, and you might pray. But the Shadow Man comes when night eats day. He don't like shine, and he don't like sun. He'll come out the walls when the daylight's done. Snuff out Mulgrow Alley's lights, then you best run, for the last night of the Shadow Man has begun. Sounds to me like you're fixin' to go see him. I wouldn't thank me just yet.
Raven suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Are you the Shadow Man?
I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
That may be true, but there is another truth. That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be. Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war. He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage. You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need. Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me. That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the Triplets' war to end. Oh, I'm not. I'm the creature that moves in the dark type. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that. I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. Silence! Don't insult me with your dirty lies. They may work on the living, but you can't deceive the Shadow Man. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again. For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders. and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man, even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
That poor woman. Have you seen Nishka?
Assassins! Save him! Save the king! You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry, what did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children, well, something happened. There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry, it was such a shame, I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you? I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then... poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it. I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember. That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Razor snakes with a new card. Man, he's...
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? And now, Even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
It's the Count! Ladies and gentlemen, the Count has won the role!
The only thing I can't predict are the roles of the Queen's... Hi there, I'm Tea Time Tootsie. I used to be our late King's master planner. Hey, we don't choose our names, our parents did. Oh, well, the Nanny Fortuna renamed me after my, previous master was murdered. I hear she likes tea. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Fair enough. Skepticism is healthy. Here, I'll prove it to you. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the Colossuses moves. Sarcasm. I can detect that too. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No. Only I see it. By the order of Nanny Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them, although I would be interested in learning more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'd be a reward in it for you.
Someone has entered your ruined castle, Your Grace.
I swear, it must be my bloody sister, the Baroness, or my fancy pants brother who thinks he's so much better than me, sending their assassins to smother me in my sleep. But this Count is awake and ready for you! You hear that, assassins?
I've got cars to Don't you want to follow suit? I know you do.
The Count? I love that guy. You don't? He's great. There's definitely no downsides to the man. Everything he does is so grounded and normal. It's super normal to go even crazier because your imaginary friend Shmoo is missing. Now that's something I'll absolutely deny. I definitely love the Count, and I'm not just saying this because I truly regret our leadership. I deny it. Okay, I gotta go. If we talk too long, someone might think we're conspiring against him, which again, it's great. Can't wait until the...
You're here to kill me, aren't you? Help me to die? Bah! War! Have you ever marched out into a battle, little girl? I don't know. Assassin school? Unlike you, mysterious interloper, I have been in battle every day. In my mind. You're being obsequious. You're being kind because you want me to let my guard down and then kill me. Kids can be assassins. I've heard of it in stories that may or may not have been based on truth. End it? How can you end it when the Colossus has already moved more than once today? This war is only heating up. What's wrong? Everything! My bodyguard is dead, the war goes poorly, and then well, and then poorly again. And on top of that, Count Shmoo has been kidnapped. Nishka, the only one I could trust besides my father. She disappeared when he was killed, but you're in no shape to replace her, child. She was the whole family's bodyguard. She was great. Or so I thought until she let one of us, not me, kill my father. Of course. Obviously, I would keep track of that. Someone took it. A little bird whispered that it's locked up in the head of the broken Colossus that used to be my father's. It should be collecting ashes somewhere in the battlefield. Why? Was someone going to use it to assassinate me? Well, good. Even if she's alive, that leaves my lands undefended and myself open to assassination. Ha! It'll never happen. War bores me. It's just, oh no, this person died. Oh no, this other person died. Bah! Tell me when I've died and then I'm interested. In avoiding it, obviously. The third of his name, yes. He was stolen from me by the vicious Baroness, my meanie of a sister. Shmoo is like a son to me, and I haven't been able to sleep since he was taken. Do this for me, and I shall give you something. How do you like that? So that's the deal. Find my plushie, and I'll give you... Well, I don't know what I've got like that. Oh, but I do have a finger taken from the scene of the crime of my father's murder. 'Tis yours if you recover Shmoo for me. Deal? What? No! Do my quest first. No! No, I told you, you have to go find Shmoo. You wouldn't! You'd assassinate me? You joke about that? Assassins! You'd kill me for an old pinky?
Well, you can have it. Just take it. I'll go get someone else to get schmoed. Now just leave me alone.
Life never goes the way you expect, does it? Hey, kid. You want to hear a story? Ah, just an old soldier who's seen too much. There's a saying in Freetown, bad luck comes in threes. Well, it was right. I was there in the first battle, the first time the triplets fought. Right after the king died, it was savage. The triplets, whew, I didn't hold anything back. It was as fierce and as destructive as the dice maker's own fury. And when it was over, well, that's just it, isn't it? It never ended. We're still fighting those same battles. Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Everyone's looking for someone here. Me? I'm looking for my brother Henry. Lost him somewhere in the Duke's territory, or running away from the machines. I'm sure he's alive, though. I see him in my dreams, though he doesn't see me. Stay safe out there, kid.
Deals here. Get your deals here. Deals here. Get your deals here. War is good for business. Everybody needs something in a war. That means you can jack up your prices like crazy. Oh, why? I mean, jack up the deals on your prices like crazy. Everything must go, kid. I can tell you this much, kid. You'll change your mind. Everyone comes to trade with me eventually. That's the beauty of war, kid. Everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone. Only when it comes to deals, kid. Check them out.
Days dofgaba, daf, doi, hages, kes, del, fulgebla, vor, bangazam, delvor, bla, daf, hages, fulgebor, dofgaba, doi, days, kes, bangazam.
What were we talking about again? That finger. It reminds me of something. It was the fight with the king, and he and I and we. I'm afraid it's gone. But it's become clearer. Bring me more. I need more to remember. What were we talking about again? Do I need objects?
You have? Describe him to me. That's just logical of him. Thank you. The more I know about him, the more I can build an accurate, predictive model of his behavior. Terrific!
Oh, Shmoo! You're back! You lovable little scamp! I should scold you. You had me worried to death! Oh, but I can't stay mad at that face. You found him? Even though you said you wouldn't and threatened me with assassination! Ah, I'm so happy you changed your mind. You're not an assassin after all, and I take back all the bad things I said about you. Publicly, whenever I could. Thank you, thank you, thank you! You've done good here today, noble child. You've returned my Shmoo to me, which is just about the exact opposite of assassinating me. I'm forever in your debt. Or, rather, I would be if we hadn't already agreed that we'd be square if I gave you this weird shrunken finger I found. Here, why don't you take card as a bonus? And don't let anyone ever say the Count isn't unpredictably nice at random intervals. Okay, fare thee well. Thanks for not killing me. And watch out for assassins!
Friends, citizens, country compatriots, let your... Self-eat cake, for now arrives the winner of the role, the Duke.
Poor Even. You still don't know how to... Hello, Even. You're not asking the right questions. You're still not asking the right questions. But I wonder if you can help me, Even. My sisters. The children of the king aren't the only triplets in Threedom. In the middle of this war, my twins disappeared, and like you. I feel like a part of me is missing. Can you find them for me? That's not important. You'll know them when you see them. After all, you knew me. If you find them, tell them to meet me at the safe spot, over by the sword bridges. Find us there once we're all gathered, and I will have something for you. You'll find us among the teapots, in the trenches, and under the ground. I hope to see you again, Even.
Sir, 1,000 apologies, sir, but Your mid-afternoon cake was burnt in the chef's oven.
A cake flambe? Oh, how delightfully decadent. I'll take the whole thing.
But sire, it's burned to a crisp.
Ooh, a new flavor I haven't experienced for years. What an amusing diversion. Have chef serve it to me at dinner, and if he refuses, kill him. And then yourself.
Yes, sir.
The Duke certainly lived in style. Oh, it was all a show. And the horrors of war did sometimes bleed through the artifice the Duke had constructed. But if he ever noticed it, he certainly never let it show.
I'm having a ball. Simply a great time.
You don't fit in here, my dear. Yes, I expect you are. We don't get many visitors here, and those that come tend to be unable to leave until the party ends, which of course it never does. Have you tried the cake?
You may approach. What? You make a demand before a proper introduction? No, no, no! I shall not speak to such impertinence! Leave, and return only when you can greet me properly.
Hello, darling. You're a long way from home, aren't you? Poor dear. Well, I hope you find what you're looking for. Run along now. Hello, darling. You're a long way from home. No, darling. That's not how you address a superior. In this kingdom, whenever you meet someone of a higher station, you must always begin by... There you go, darling. Now go on, run along.
You may... No, no, no! This simply will not do! That is not how you leave! You!
Well, I never. Look at you. You're the spitting image of an unskilled laborer. Perhaps a chimney sweep? Child, no. You simply can't address people this way. You must always use their titles. For example, I am to be addressed as my most esteemed lady, and the Duke is your Imperial Majesty. It's a simple matter of respect. Well, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make her drink. Good riddance to bad...
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Look at you, child. Why, you might as well be dressed in rags. Who are you? And what brings you here? Oh no, child. That is not how you introduce yourself in conversation. You must always curtsy first. Oh no, heavens no. You want just a slight bob at the end, child. It's always so unseemly when a lady goes down too far and then snaps her head up like a drinking bird. Here, like this. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, yes. Perfectly wonderful. Now, what did you want to discuss? Oh, heavens, yes, I could. However, I won't. I'm much too important to be a schoolmate.
You... Yes. So... Oh. Well now. Finally some respect around here. Well met, Lady Eve. What brings you to the company of the Duke, the one and only rightful ruler of Threedom today? Well, I didn't kill him, if that's what you're asking. I found him dead, with the murder weapon still sticking out of him. Such impertinence! No, you can't have it. One of my lovely spies told me someone locked it up on Father's robot's head. Giant, beastly thing. Our old bodyguard. Oh, heavens, what is there left to say? She protected us until she didn't. And my dear father paid the price. I haven't heard from her since. She's dead and gone, I suppose. Oh, good for her. I should send her a cake. Only we haven't one to spare, you understand. But no, I couldn't possibly leave the castle. The horrors of war wait outside, child, and I can't have my people remembering them. No, out of the question. I have only your word that she's even alive, and we've just become acquainted. Then again... All right, I, in my infinite wisdom and appetites, have decided to do you a favor. I will give you something of extreme value if you will interpret. There is a portrait of me here. Certainly, you've noticed my beauty, my handsomeness, my regal demeanor. I am there with my father. When we split our lands after my father died, the Count took control over the old royal nostalgia. I'm sure the second half is there, and it proves that I was father's favorite. Return with it to me, and you shall be rewarded. What is there to say? The dreadful thing drags on, my insolent siblings refusing to give any quarter. But they'll come to their senses at some point and surrender. But until then... What other way is there to live? What? As a commoner? We've already got plenty of them, I'm afraid.
At 10 hut recruits, for the Baroness has won the roll. All hail her rule and her rules.